Okay, we are recording. Okay, guys, first and foremost, I'd like to apologize for the delay. It hasn't been a nice time for me personally, but then all of that has been dealt with, and all of your issues and complaints will be attended to as soon as yesterday. But then the first one on the agenda is for us to explain how the system works. So let's get right to it. So your system is supposed to look like this. You must have a support and resistance zone as seen on the screen. You must also have your buy and sell alerts. You must have the Forex distance moving averages, and you must also have the arrow signals as well as the Fibonacci retracements on the right. And I feel like a lot of people do not really pay attention to those, but please do pay attention to the Fibonacci retracements on the right. Guys, please turn off your mics. Okay, so now we get to explaining how the system works, when you should buy, when you should sell, how long you should hold, and how to make money off of the system. Number one, do not expect the system to be a 100%, guys. The system is not 100%. Nothing is 100%. That is why there's a stop loss function. And if you are going to tell me that you blew using the system, then that means you're trying to get rich as of yesterday. You're not using proper risk management. So the pair that we'll be using at this current meeting is Euro USD. We are on the H1 time frame. So one, what exactly does the system do? The system will give you a buy and sell alert when it sees buy and sells alerts, or buy positions and buy opportunities or sell opportunities in the market on any pair, be it your Nasdaq index or your currency pairs. It will tell you whether to buy or to sell. It will also analyze support and resistance zones for you, and will display supply zone in red and display demand zone in green. It will also give you arrow signals for entry, as well as the Forex distance for you to be able to identify the trend and see if you're still in a downward trend or an upward trend, as seen on the screen. So now let's go into looking into buy positions. In terms of buy positions, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to need three things in order for you to buy. You're going to need three things, and if you don't get these three things, you do not enter a buy position. And I repeat, if you don't get these three things that I'm about to mention, you do not add or open or activate any buy position. Number one, the market needs to be in the demand zone as seen and indicated in green. That's number one. Number two, the market on itself needs to be playing around the blue moving average, the moving average at the bottom. That's number two. Number three, the buy arrow signal is supposed to pop up for you to enter. The arrow signal must pop up when the market is playing around in the demand zone and the market is touching or has cut through the blue moving average, of which will come in a different color for you guys, but you can adjust the color however you want. Those are the three things that need to be happening for you to take a buy position whenever the sell and buy alerts tell you to buy. If it tells you to buy in the middle of nowhere, that's a risky position that you'll be opening. You need to buy when these three things are happening, and I repeat again, the market needs to be playing around in the demand zone. I'm not saying next to, I'm saying in the demand zone. That's where the market needs to be, just as it's seen here. That's where the buy is. Will the arrows repaint? Does the system repaint? Yes, it does. Only under one condition. If the arrow popped up at the wrong place, it's going to repaint. Now, if it repaints and you get fucked, then that means you did not follow the 3 rules. If an arrow pops up in the green zone, there is no way that the system will repaint. Because all these things need to coincide with each other and work together. Those are your confirmations. You only buy in the green zone when there's an entry indicated by the arrow and by the buy and sell alerts, and the market is on the blue moving average, and that's a perfect entry for you. Your stop loss should always be below your arrow. I hope you guys understand. After I explain the sell positions, I will be allowing you to ask your questions. I will also check the chat bar so that you guys can ask me the questions, and then we'll proceed from there. So now, in looking for sell positions, I expect you to do the very same thing. 1, supply zone. You need to be in the supply zone. You don't sell if the market is not in the supply zone. You never sell. You only sell when the market is in the supply zone. That's number 1. The second thing, there needs to be a sell arrow signal. That's number 2. Number 3, the market needs to be playing around, touching or cutting the red moving average. You need all those 3 things for you to listen to the buy and sell alerts when they tell you to sell. That's the only time when you sell. Your stop loss should be above your arrow. You do not enter any position under any circumstance or any other situation other than that. You only enter your buys in the green zone, your sells in the red zone. When do you close profit? If you sold here, it's quite clear that you close here. Nowhere else. You sell here, you hold until you get here. Always. You buy here, you hold until you get there. Always. That's one plan for you to stick to. The second plan you can trade the system with, you sell when the market says sell at the red moving average, and you close when the market gets to the blue moving average. You buy at the blue moving average, you sell at the red moving average, and that's for scalpers. If you want to do that the whole day, that's up to you. You do not sell if you're not in the red zone, and you do not buy if you're not in the green zone. Bitch, sit the fuck down. You said you wanted to learn. Sit down. Sorry about that. You do not sell if you don't see the market within the supply zone, and you do not buy if the market is in the green zone. I'm hoping that everyone is understanding and has understood what I've said. Whoever has any questions, please ask now. Do you guys have any other questions?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Madiba, sir. I came a little bit early, sir. Can you please mention those 3 rules first, or can I wait for the recording?
You can watch the recording again, but then I shall repeat them. For you to buy, the markets need to be selling. No, man. For you to buy, the market needs to be playing around the demand zone. and then your demand zone is indicated by this green bar. That's number one. Number two, there needs to be an arrow signal which will be pointing up. That's number two. Number three, the markets need to have cut or is touching this blue moving average. If it does not do that, then you do not listen to the alerts when they say buy or sell, because that would be a risky entry. And you do the exact same thing for your sells. You need to sell when you are at the red zone and the arrow is pointing down and the market is playing around the red moving average. Are we understanding each other?
Okay. Okay.
Next question, please, guys. Do we have any other questions? Let me check the chat. What? Because some people don't like. Do you guys understand?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir. Please do.
The best entries, are they on the M15 or H1?
It depends where you put your system on. At this moment, mine is on H1.
Okay.
So if you are using it with M15, you're still going to apply the same exact rules on M15 or M30 or whichever time frame you are going to be on.
Okay, thank you.
There's the chat. Are those arrows not move like they do? They change because if it gives you a sell and the trend keeps shooting up. Legit, what I mean is, how do we make perfect entries? How do we get those moving average on M4 blue and red ones? Okay, guys, let's start with the first one. The first person is asking if these arrows can move up if the market keeps moving. Yes, they can. The arrows can move up if the market keeps on moving. But the only time the arrows will do that is if the arrow popped up here in the middle. Right here. Or right here. That's where the possibility of them moving is going to pop up. But should the arrow tell you to buy in the green zone, then you know that it's a safe and perfect entry for you. If it tells you to sell in the red zone, you know that it's a safe and perfect entry for you. The stop loss will be right here above your supply zone.